Welcome to Flawless Shoe Reviews. These are two of the most popular stability shoes on the market, the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 24 and the ASICS Gel-Kayano 32. However, they have different types of stability built into them, so they'll feel different on your feet. They're designed for different types of activities, whether that's for leisure use or for running. I'll break down these differences so you have a better idea of which works best for you. So when we look at the midsole on the Adrenaline GTS 24, we've got the DNA Loft V3 nitrogen infused midsole, which is quite a balanced midsole, so you sink into it a little bit, but it helps bring you back out again, so it's got relatively good energy return. Whereas in the Gel-Kayano, we've got the Fresh Foam Blast Plus cushioning, which is a bit more of a plush type of cushioning, so when you apply pressure to it, so when you initiate contact with the ground, you sink into it a lot more before you come back out again. So it's a lot more focused on comfort, whereas it's a little bit of a quicker turnover in the Adrenaline. Then when we think of the different types of support features in each shoe, this is where they also differ. So we've got a 4D guidance system in the Gel-Kayano. So that consists of big sidewalls on the inside and the outside of the shoe. They come up, help cradle your heel to keep it nice and centered in the shoe. You've got a broad base support and some sole flare. That's where the sole comes out wider than where your foot sits in the shoe to help keep it centered and give you more contact with the ground. And then you've got a 4D guidance tab, which is a type of arch support. So it's a more denser foam than what we see elsewhere on the shoe. Therefore, it's harder to compress. So when you move inward during that pronation moment, it helps to resist that, providing direct support under the arch of your foot. In contrast to that, with the Adrenaline, we've got the guide rail system. So you can see the stripy pattern on the inside of the shoe, and we've got a little bit on the outside as well. That's a much more denser foam than the balanced cushioning that sits underneath it. So this is a lot more prominent in the shoe, and you feel it push up into your foot a lot more than what we see in the 4D guidance tab on the Gel-Kayano 32. So it's a much more prominent and much more stable shoe, and because the cushioning isn't as soft, you feel that denser cushioning more than what you feel in the Gel-Kayano 32. There's also big differences in terms of the stack and the drop, with 35 mils in the rear foot, 23 in the forefoot, giving you a 12 mil drop versus the 8 mil drop that we see in the Kayano. So we've got 40 mils in the rear foot, 32 in the forefoot, making up that 8 mil drop. As we move on top of the shoe, we've got a nice broad toe box on the Kayano 32, slightly narrower in the Adrenaline GTS, but it does come in a wide and extra wide version as well. Both of them are true to size and length. We've got a more padded tongue on the Adrenaline, which isn't gusseted, while we've got a much thinner gusseted tongue on the Gel-Kayano 32. We've got a nice pull-on tab that we don't have on the Adrenaline, and we've got more padding around the heel counter than we see on the heel cup of the Adrenaline GTS 24. So both of them are excellent shoes for day-to-day use and can be used for walking and standing. Some of you might notice the more prominent arch support and the higher drop on the Adrenaline. So if you want a more subtle shoe with some support and a little bit softer, then you might look towards the Gel-Kayano. When it comes to running and performance wise, they do feel different underfoot. The Adrenaline is a lighter shoe, coming in around 283 grams versus 300 grams in the Kayano in a size 9 men's US. It also has more balanced cushioning that's more responsive, so it turns over a little bit quicker. So if you're looking for a max stability shoe to do some faster workouts, well then the Adrenaline can be a good option for you, even though it is quite a bit heavier than some other shoes on the market like the Arahi 7 and the Hyperion GTS. So when it comes to other types of running, longer runs, easy runs, recovery runs, they're both excellent options for that. If you want a softer maximalist shoe, then you might look more towards the Kayano 32. We've got links to both the shoes in the description if you want to check out the latest price on Amazon. Like and share and subscribe, it makes a massive difference to the channel. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching.